as Bill said, we have an annual celebration at Local 100. We call it the TWU Quill Connolly Night, after, of course, the great James Connolly, but also after our founder, Mike Quill, who was an Irish Republican and fought on the side of the Irish Republicans before he came to New York and organized transit workers into what is now known as TWU Local 100. So, for an Irish kid from Brooklyn, that's me, to be president of the union that Mike Quill started, and that he started it on the ideals that James Connolly put forward, is quite an honor. It's a remarkable thing, and I'm really thankful to be where I am. I'm thankful to everybody. And I'm also thankful, there's a lot of New York City transit workers in here today that went out of their way to come for our union hall to support this event. It's an inaugural event of a new group that we hope is heavily politically activated, that engages workers across New York City and beyond, workers across the ocean in Ireland, on the issues of the pursuit of Irish unification, the cause of Irish freedom. Speaking about James Connolly, you know, we, Local 100, if you look around the Local 100 contingent in this room, you know, the demographics of this room are not all Irish, because TWU Local 100 is no longer an Irish union, although it was one day. It was one day long ago. But the one thing that we hold in common, whether we're black, white, brown, South Asian, North Asian, is that we adhere to the philosophy of James Connolly in terms of industrial organizing. James Connolly was an industrial trade unionist. He brought that plan to America. It's the only reason why the New York City subway and bus system was organized under one banner, because of the sheer will of Mike Quill fulfilling the philosophical belief of James Connolly that the best way to take on the bosses was to unite under one umbrella: train driver, bus driver, track worker, bus mechanic, all under one contract. That's what we currently have right now with the MTA, and that's why we're winning fights against the MTA, and that's why this union is growing. I do want to say, when I was 1981, Bobby Sands succumbed to a hunger strike, and that moment in time absolutely heightened my awareness of my Irish roots. And my name is Samuelsen. It's a Norwegian name, but in a typically American story, my father is half Norwegian, half Irish. He has an Irish name, and my mother is all Irish. So I'm almost all Irish in my blood, and I grew up in an Irish house. Now, 13 years old, Bobby Sands succumbs to a hunger strike. I become into a heightened level of awareness about the Irish Republican movement and the injustices perpetrated against Ireland by British imperialism and the British Empire. And now I stand here today to repeat what Billy said. We actually have before us this very strong potential of a united Ireland in our lifetime. That really did not exist. When I was a kid, it certainly didn't exist. And some people may believe right now that it's not true, or that it can't happen. But it absolutely can happen if we stick together, politically organize, flex the muscles of the New York City labor movement, and push that political agenda. And 26 plus 6 can then be 1. We can see it happen in our lifetime. Help us organize, join up with our group, and let's move forward. So thank you very much.